my channel where together we sew. If you're brand new here, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. And if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I love seeing all of you here and your comments down below. So today I've got my UFO WIP update. I haven't had one for a little bit because I didn't do a whole lot of personal sewing the week before last. And then last week I got so busy that I didn't get a chance to make this video. But I wanted to make sure I got this out because I have some pictures from all of you from my All-Star Block of the Month sew-along. So we'll get to that here in a little bit. But the last time I was with you, I was working on the Fort Worth Fabric Studio sew-along, Nothing Sweeter, the Valentine quilt. So I finished the quilt tops. I want to show you guys that really quick. So that's all done. Stand up here. That was a quick little fun and easy sew along, and make sure you check back with my channel in the next day or so because I'm going to have an announcement from Fort Worth Fabric Studio to share with you guys. So that's all done. I'm waiting for my backing fabric to get here. There was a little bit of a mishap with shipping the fabric to me from where I ordered it from, and so it's a little bit late, but I think it'll get here maybe the day before Valentine's Day. So this may or not be ready for this Valentine's Day, but that's okay. I will save it for next year if it's not ready. But it's a perfect size for like a lap quilt, or not even really, it's not even quite a lap quilt, but I could throw it on the back of the couch or I could put it up on a wall, so it'll be good decoration for next year. So the other things I have to show you is I've been working on the Stargazer quilt sew along with Stephen Bland from Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter. He and I have been sewing along with all of you, and we had a great time. We pretty much finished this quilt, and we had so much fun sewing together that we decided that even though the sew along is pretty much over, because almost everybody is done with their quilt top, not everybody, but almost everybody is done with their quilt top, that we are going to keep the fun going and just host some sew days on Wednesday mornings. And I believe they're gonna be from about 9 to 10:30 or 11. Just a quick, fun little get your morning going, sew with us kind of thing, or craft if you're a crafter. So you're welcome to join that. It's not live on YouTube. It won't be posted anywhere. It's just for you all to come over and sew with us if you like. I will put the link to that Zoom below in my description box. So if you would like to sew with us every Wednesday morning, go ahead and join. It would be fun. Like I said, starting at 9 o'clock, and that's Eastern Standard Time. Both Stephen and I are on Eastern Time, so it'll always be based on that. I know that's quite early for people on the West Coast and other parts of the world, but that's the time that works for both of us. And then he does a monthly sew day as well, and those happen on Wednesday afternoon, so we didn't want to conflict with that. So here is my Stargazer quilt. I have the top done, the borders on, and it's all quilted. I just need to bind it. Hopefully you guys can see some of it. I'm very short, so I can't hold it up too high. I don't love binding, so it takes me a while to get things bound, but hopefully I'll have this done in time to share for the trunk show of these quilts. So there's the quilting. You can see a little bit better on the backings. I use this purple, and I used a light lavender thread. I thought about using cream because there's a lot of cream on the front of the quilt, but when I held the cream thread against the purple, I didn't like the way it looked. So I used this light lavender, and I really, really love the way it came out. So I love this quilt. I can't wait to get it bound, actually, because it's big enough that I think it would cover my husband and I on our bed. So that'll be really nice. Then the next thing I was going to show you, I've actually shown you guys this before, but I thought I would bring it back because last time I showed it to you, it wasn't bound, and it's bound now. I was trying to decide on a color to bind this quilt, and I decided on the black that was in the penguins. And again, I'm short, so I can't show you the whole thing, but I think the black binding really sets it off really well. So there's that. Let me flip it over so you can see the other penguins, the other colors. I love this quilt so much. So I'm glad that that one's done and bound. Okay, so now I'm going to go to showing you a few blocks and then talk about some other things going on. So this is not my sew along, but last year I participated in a block of the month sew along from Cherry Pit, which is a quilt shop in Tennessee that I went to a retreat of theirs last year, and I really liked the owner and I really liked the shop, so I wanted to support them. And when I saw that they were doing a block of the month last year, and they offered a Zoom block of the month, so I didn't have to be in person, which is nice since I don't live near there. I went ahead and jumped on it, and I'm really happy I did it, and they decided to go ahead and do it again this year. This year, the block of the month is called Chocolate Covered Cherries, and you'll see why in a minute from the fabric. But all you have to do is the first month you pay for your block, your material, and you sew up the block. And if you sew the block and you go to the Zoom meeting once a month, the next month, as long as your block is done, is absolutely free. You just have to pay the shipping, which was a few dollars. I can't remember, $4 or $5 to get it sent to you. So I think that's a great deal. And you get to go and see everybody else's block and talk to other people and make new friends. So I really love it. And like I said, I really love the owner. So I'm super happy to be doing it again. Now, what I'm trying to do through some of the sew-alongs that I'm doing is pick some fabrics that are sort of out of my comfort zone. And this one definitely is. I feel like I pigeonhole myself into a few designers and a few colors, and I absolutely love them. So I'm going to keep doing those. Make no mistake. I'm not going to stop with, you know, Corey Yoder fabrics or Lella Boutique fabrics, because those are my thing. But I'm trying to pick some things that are a little bit out of my comfort zone, and this is one of them. But it's really pretty. So I really love this fabric. So that is month 1, and next week we should be getting the package for month 2. So I'm really excited about that. All right, so I know I showed you guys my progress on the socialites. I think I was still maybe 1 block behind last time, and there's been a couple weeks since then. So I have 3 blocks to show you. I am up to date, yay! So I'm really excited. I hope from now on I can stay up to date. No more sicknesses and no more, you know, things getting in the way. So this is one of the blocks. Here's another one. And here's the last one. So those are all cut up. I've also been working on the Oh Happy Day sew along from Corey Yoder. She hosted this free sew along using her buttercup and slate fabric on her blog, and you had to have her book, but other than that, it was a free sew along. And I finished all the blocks, and I believe I showed you guys all of those, but I had to do the finishing stars, which are going to be the cornerstones. Now the cornerstones are 16 4.5 inch stars, and there's lots of pieces. I think with all the pieces I cut like 300 pieces maybe. So I made these stars. They're really cute, and I've got a whole pile of them. So now I've just got to do the sashing, put it together with the stars, and put the quilt blocks in that all together to make the quilt top. So hopefully I'll be done with that in a few weeks. I really love it. It's coming out really pretty, so I can't wait to see how that ends up. All right, the next thing I'm going to show you is the last 2 blocks of my sew along. This past week I did not have an all-star sew along because we did the puzzle mystery quilt from Cotton Cuts, Village Green. We started that, so this coming week will be block number 6. This is block number 5 of my all-star block of the week. So we'll get back to that this week, which I'm really excited for. I noticed, oh, there's a string on it. I noticed that it did give a few people a chance to catch up because I've got more pictures from people, which is awesome. So I'm going to show you those now. for the pictures. Your blocks are looking great. Great progress. I love seeing them. Please keep sending them in. I would love to feature them here on my UFO WIP video. I love seeing all the different colors that everybody is using because it makes it look different depending on which color you're using. Okay, so now I'm going to show you my Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt, the Village Green, which is the new one that just started. I believe last time I showed you Piazza, and that one is up to date. Yay! This is the Village Green Peony colorway. This is Art Gallery fabrics, so they're just delicious. Super soft and amazing. So that was clue 1 and clue 2 for the small. I got a small and I got a large. The large, I believe the small is 48 by 60 and the large is 72 by 72, but don't quote me. I got a large this time as well, which I've never done a large puzzle mystery quilt. I've only ever done a small one. And that one I got the tulip colorway, and it's black and white, and all 4 pieces this time, there's 4 pieces, are the exact same thing, and I just love it. There's beautiful, this fabric is gorgeous. So that's, oops, upside down. So that's what that looks like for this month. So that's the large of the Cotton Cuts Puzzle Mystery Quilt. The other thing I did in the last couple weeks is I taught a triangulo class for So Yeah Quilting. They asked me if I could teach the class after they saw my tutorial on my YouTube channel. And so that was they're doing a lot of free classes. So if you're interested in any kind of sewing classes, not just mine, but there's lots of them on their website, you can head on over there. I'll link that down below. Everything I talk about, I will link down below. I taught this triangulo class and had over 60 people in the class, and almost everybody finished their pillows. So I was really excited to see that. So we made these fun little pillows called triangulos, and you can use them for all sorts of things. You can use them as a travel pillow. It's a good like neck pillow for sleeping in the car or on an airplane. If you're not driving, don't sleep in the car if you're driving. Or, you know, if you need something to rest your arm on, they're just really nice. And I made one for each of my kiddos. Well, 2 more of my kiddos. I made one for another kiddo at Christmas time, so I have 1 more to make for the other kiddo. So that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed getting to know some of those names that I see on So Yeah all the time, but I didn't know who they were, so that was fun. So the next month, March 10th at 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'm going to teach for So Yeah again these little mini charm bags. Now, some of you have done these with me at retreats. Some of you have done them right here with me on my channel. If you haven't, or if you would just like to sew along one again with me, sign up for the class on March 10th. It's completely free. They are selling kits if you need the supplies to make one of these. It takes a mini charm pack or 42.5 inch squares. It takes a 12 inch or more or longer zipper. It takes a fat quarter and then a piece of foam. Now I like the Soft and Stable from By Annie's, but you can use the foam from, I think it's, I can't remember the exact name of it, but I know it's from Pellin, that you can get at like a big box store. Either one will work. I've used both, and they're both fine. I just prefer the By Annie's, but that's just a personal preference. But I'll be teaching that on the 10th, so I hope you'll join me for that. I'm really looking forward to it. A lot of people have said they're going to sign up, so I can't wait for that. All right, so whew, lots of stuff going on. That was a lot, huh? All right, well, I think that's all I've got to show you. Oh, no, I don't. The quilt on the wall behind me. I almost forgot. So that was, this is a UFO WIP video. That was a UFO that I found recently when I was going through some tubs of things that I had here in my sewing space, some fabrics and kits that I have, and got down to the bottom and realized that I had this whole quilt literally cut out. I had the half square triangles made, and I had each of the pieces for each of the blocks in individual baggies. So 12, I think there's 12 blocks in this, so 12 different baggies. They were all matched up, ready to go. They just had to be sewn together. I do not know when this is even from. This fabric line is Early Bird from Bonnie and Camille, and I know that's at least 3 or 4 years old, but I'm thinking it actually might be older than that. And if I looked it up, I'm probably going to be ashamed of myself because it's probably older than that. So I've had this UFO for quite a while. So shame on me. It was time to get it done. I didn't even remember this UFO, to be honest with you. And the way I had it organized and all cut, somebody else could have taken it and finished it because it was ready. So I pulled this one out and I worked on it during a sew day with Steven, and also I did a little bit of an hour long sew bee with some friends on YouTube. And so I was able to finish that in just a couple hours, the blocks, and then it took about a half hour to put the rows together into the top. Now, I did find backing fabric when I found these pieces parts, but I don't know if I have binding or if I have border. There's supposed to be a skinny border around the outside of this. I think about 2-inch border of the background, same background fabric that's in it. Now, because it's an older line, I'm not going to be able to find that background fabric anywhere without costing a fortune. But I'm going to keep digging in my bins because I bet I have it. Because I like stuff to be matchy-matchy. And I'm quite sure that I would have gotten the border fabric for this. So it is probably around somewhere. I just need to find it. So hopefully, wish me luck that I will find this in the next week or so and can finish this up and show it to you guys. So I'm really excited to finish another UFO and get it out of my project box that I didn't even know I had. I hope I'm not the only one out there that's finds stuff like this that they're like, oh, yeah. Because, yeah, that's kind of crazy. All right, well, this week, stay tuned for an announcement from me about the next Fort Worth Fabric Studio Sew Along. I'm super excited about that. I've got some other fun things going on that I will share with you later in the week. And then on Wednesday, the Stargazer Sew Along is about done, like I said, and we'll do the Zoom sew day with Steven on Wednesday morning from 9 to 10:30 to 11, something like that. Just come and sew whatever way you are, as long as you have clothes on. It's not going to be live. It's not going to be put on YouTube. It's just going to be sewing with friends if you've got the time, if you're home, you want to sew with us. And then this Saturday will be the next All-Star block of the week. So I'm really excited about that. Lots of things coming up in the next few weeks. Sew-alongs going on. And then at the end of the month, I get to go to the So Yeah quilting retreat. So I'm super excited about that. So, I know, a lot of information. I will link everything, once again, down in the description box below. The Zoom link for the sew-along, the So Yeah class, everything that I talked about, the Oh Happy Day, if you're interested in that, the socialites too, if you're interested in that, everything that I showed you or talked about, I will put a link to below. So if you have any other questions, or if I forget to put something down below and you really, really want to know more information about it, please feel free to email me. My email is in the description box as well. All right, guys, take care and have a wonderful week, and I will see you all really, really soon. Bye!